Conflict is often taught as distant history, maps, treaties, and battles. We learn about shifting borders and famous leaders, about victories and defeats, as if these events are simply lines in a textbook or markers on a timeline. But the reality of conflict is far more intimate and immediate than any lesson can convey. Beneath the headlines and beyond the statistics, it's always a human story. Every conflict, no matter how large or small, is lived and felt by ordinary people, by families, friends, and neighbors whose lives are forever changed. It's the farmer who can't tend his fields, watching the land he loves fall silent, his hands idle where they once brought life from the earth. The teacher facing empty chairs, longing for the laughter and curiosity of students who may never return, her lessons echoing in a room gone quiet. The baker whose shop stands silent, the scent of fresh bread replaced by uncertainty, each day a reminder of what's been lost. Each life disrupted is a universe of dreams and memories shattered. Every empty chair, every closed door, is a story of love interrupted and futures rewritten. We're taught to see conflict as us versus them, but that thinking builds walls and blinds us to our shared humanity. It's easy to forget that on the other side of every divide are people just like us, longing for safety, for belonging, for peace. Strip away the uniforms and flags, and we find people who love, hope, and hurt just like us. Their joys and sorrows mirror our own. Their dreams are not so different from the ones we hold dear. War forces ordinary people into roles they never wanted, turning neighbors into strangers and sometimes even friends into adversaries. The familiar becomes uncertain, and trust is replaced by fear. Yet even in darkness, acts of kindness flicker, proof that our shared humanity endures. A hand extended in help, a meal shared, a moment of comfort. These are the quiet rebellions against despair. This essay is about finding that light. It's about searching for hope in the places where it seems most fragile, and recognizing the resilience that lives in every heart. It's about looking past the headlines to the hearts of those living through conflict. To see not just the events, but the people, each with their own fears, their own hopes, their own stories. To understand their pain, their courage, and their capacity to choose peace, even when surrounded by chaos. Their strength is a testament to the human spirit's ability to endure and to heal, because the real story of conflict is not about nations, but about people. It's about the bonds that survive even when everything else is torn apart, and the choices they make, even in the hardest times. Every act of compassion, every decision to forgive, is a step toward healing. Let's begin by seeing the human heart at the center of every conflict. Only then can we truly understand what is lost and what can still be saved. Picture a young man in uniform clutching a rifle. His hands tremble slightly, not from the weight of the weapon, but from the uncertainty of what tomorrow might bring. He stands among his fellow soldiers, yet in his heart, he feels alone, separated from the world he once knew. In his pocket, he keeps a photograph from home, a faded image of his family, a reminder of laughter, warmth, and the life he left behind. Each night, he gazes at it, searching for comfort in the familiar faces, clinging to memories that feel both close and impossibly distant. He's called a hero by those far away, but at night, when the world grows quiet, he's just a boy longing for his mother's cooking, the sound of his father's voice, the embrace of his siblings. The weight of expectation presses down on him, and he wonders if he'll ever truly feel at home again. Across the line, another young man, dressed in a different uniform, sits in the same silence. He, too, feels the ache of separation, the fear of the unknown, and the longing for the simple joys of home. Though they wear different colors, their hearts beat with the same hopes and anxieties. Both are told to see each other as enemies, to harden their hearts and suppress their compassion. Yet, deep inside, they share the same dreams: safety, family, and the hope of returning to a life untouched by conflict. They yearn for peace, even as they are swept up in the machinery of war. The uniform tries to erase their individuality, to make them part of something larger and faceless. But beneath the fabric and insignia, their eyes reveal the truth: fear, hope, sadness, and the desire to be seen as more than just a soldier. The true burden of a soldier isn't just the danger that surrounds them. It's the constant struggle to suppress their own humanity, to silence the voice inside that whispers of kindness, empathy, and the value of every life. They're asked to deny the instinct to value another's life, to see the person across the battlefield as less than human. This denial is a wound that runs deep, leaving scars that may never fully heal. This silent internal battle lingers long after the war ends. The memories of choices made, of moments when compassion was set aside, haunt them in the quiet hours, shaping the rest of their lives. Every soldier on every side fights this invisible war alone. It is a struggle that cannot be seen in medals or parades, but it is carried in their hearts, in the quiet moments when the world isn't watching. Beneath the surface, they are reflections of each other, mirrors of the same fears, the same hopes, the same longing for peace. Their differences are only skin deep. Their humanity is what truly connects them. The real enemy is not the person across the line, but the fear and dehumanization that war demands. It is the loss of empathy, the erasure of understanding that turns ordinary people into adversaries. Remember, the cost of conflict is not just measured in battles won or lost, but in the hearts of those who fight. The pain of separation, the longing for home, and the struggle to hold on to their humanity are burdens they carry long after the guns fall silent. And their shared fear, their common longing for peace, is a powerful reminder of our shared humanity, a truth that endures, even in the darkest of times. In a quiet village, as the first light of dawn filters through a small window, a mother wakes with a prayer for her son at war. The world outside is still, but inside her heart, a storm of worry and hope rages. She rises before the sun, her thoughts already with him, wherever he may be. She remembers him not as a soldier, but as the little boy who once clung to her hand, whose laughter filled their home. Every photograph, every cherished toy, brings back memories of innocence and dreams for his future. Every unexpected knock at the door sends a chill down her spine. Fear and hope mingle in her chest. Each memory is a lifeline, a reminder of happier times, and every day she waits for news, clinging to hope. Across a distant border, another mother kneels in prayer for her daughter, who serves in the medical corps. She lights a candle each night, her silent vigil a beacon of hope in the darkness, her love crossing every boundary. Different languages, different gods, different customs, yet the same plea rises from every heart: keep my child safe. In temples, churches, mosques, and quiet rooms, mothers everywhere whisper the same words into the universe. These mothers are not concerned with politics or borders. Their only wish is for life, for the futures they once dreamed for their children. They watch over their families, hoping for peace, longing for the day their loved ones return. War threatens those dreams, casting shadows over their hopes. Yet their love endures, unbroken by distance or fear. They write letters filled with hope, hold on to memories, and find strength in each other. They fight back not with weapons but with hope, planting seeds of peace, lighting candles in the darkness, and holding on to faith that love will prevail. Their stories rarely make headlines, but their love is universal. In every corner of the world, mothers share a quiet strength, comforting one another and carrying on, even when the world feels heavy. They are the silent guardians of humanity, bearing the weight of loss and understanding the true cost of every life lost. Their sacrifices are often unseen, but their courage shapes the world. Their shared prayer for peace is a whisper that, when joined together, can become a roar for change. United by love, they stand as a force for compassion and hope. In every conflict, a mother's love is a force stronger than any weapon, a shield against despair, and a promise that love will always endure. It's a reminder that at our core, we are all connected by love, a universal language that speaks across borders, across time, and across every difference, uniting us all in hope. For children, conflict is not politics. It's a sudden, terrifying disruption. Yesterday they played in the streets. Today those streets are rubble. Their questions are simple. Why can't we just be friends again? Children see the world in terms of fairness, not division. Even in ruins, they find small miracles. A flower growing, a game invented from scraps. Their resilience is a testament to the human spirit, but the scars of war run deep. Their wish to play and be safe is the purest call for peace. We must listen to their voices. Their innocence reveals the senselessness of conflict and the natural instinct for peace. After the fighting stops, silence can be as heavy as war. True courage is choosing to see the humanity in a former enemy. Joe Barry, whose father was killed by an IRA bomb, met Patrick McGee, the man responsible. Their meeting was painful, but it was a beginning, a step toward understanding. They didn't erase the past, but built a bridge over pain. Across the world, former enemies meet, share stories, and discover common ground. A handshake can dissolve decades of hatred. These moments aren't about forgetting, but about refusing to let hatred continue. Each act of recognition is a victory for peace. It proves reconciliation is possible, even after the bitterest conflict. It starts with two people seeing each other as human. That single act can inspire others. Grace is the first step toward healing. After conflict, communities are left divided, sometimes by invisible lines. Healing isn't just rebuilding homes, it's rebuilding trust. In post-conflict regions, people find hope by working together, planting gardens, making music, playing sports. These shared acts create new memories and friendships. A community garden becomes neutral ground. A football team teaches unity. These aren't grand gestures, but small grassroots efforts. Each shared meal, each concert, chips away at prejudice. They remind us of what we have in common. Communities are reborn not by erasing the past, but by building a shared future. Peace begins with ordinary people choosing connection over division. We think peace is made by leaders, but it's built from small acts of kindness. During the Christmas truce of 1914, soldiers laid down arms, shared gifts, and played football. For one day, humanity triumphed over orders. These moments happen everywhere. A doctor treats all patients, a teacher holds class in a basement, a journalist tells the human story. Each act is a rebellion against war's logic. Small gestures are seeds of hope. They keep the spirit of peace alive. We are not just victims of history, we can choose compassion. Every act of kindness sends a ripple of light into darkness. Even in the worst times, we can choose to be our best. That's where hope lives. Forgiveness is the hardest, most powerful choice. It's not forgetting or excusing, but letting go of anger and hatred. In the aftermath of violence, some parents who lost children choose peace over vengeance. They transform grief into a force for good, building a legacy of peace. Forgiveness requires seeing the humanity in those who caused pain. It breaks the cycle of violence, refusing to pass hatred to the next generation. It says the violence ends with me. Forgiveness is not weakness, it's moral courage. It opens the door to dialogue and reconciliation. When we forgive, we heal ourselves and offer healing to others. It's the final step in choosing peace over conflict. Our shared future depends on letting go of the weight of the past. We've seen the shadows of conflict and the light of the human spirit. The lesson is clear: conflict and peace are both choices. War focuses on what divides us, but our shared humanity unites us. We all want safety, love, and a better future for our children. These truths are stronger than any border or ideology. When we remember this, us versus them fades, leaving only we. The journey to peace begins with empathy, listening, understanding, and seeing ourselves in others. Empathy is the bridge across divides. It's the foundation of lasting peace. Let these stories remind us, behind every headline is a human heart. Peace is not the absence of conflict, but the presence of connection. It's a choice we can make right now. Our shared humanity is the most powerful force. Let's choose to honor it.